наши замечательные ученики. Сегодня у нас необычный урок, который дети сами сотворили, сами. Я хочу, чтобы вы гордились такими детьми, чтобы вы посмотрели сегодня, какая у них красивая речь, какие они творческие личности, и к ним сами также примкнули пятиклассники, которые захотели им помочь. То есть вот я считаю, что это замечательно, потому что уже 5 класс точно будет расти за 8, и значит у нас поколение будет все лучше, лучше и лучше. Пожалуйста, предоставляю слово ученицам 8 Б класса.
Our lesson is dedicated to fashion and clothes in different times. Today we would like to tell you about clothes which people wore in the past, how it has changed and what was mostly popular. I think that it will be interesting, so let's start. How clothes appeared will tell us Sonia, please.
Since the beginning of the Mesolithic in the world, climate began to change, and the primitive community are looking for new sources of food. This era is transition from human hunting and gathering to agriculture and economy producing. At this time, the first clothes was born. In ancient times, clothes protected from the bites of insects and wild animals, adverse climate, and of course from the evil sources. The first kind of clothing was coloring, when people drew different pictures and made tattoos on their bodies and faces. It protected, it has the same functions, safety functions. After people started to hunt animals and to make from their skins clothes. Also they used tree bark, grass, leaves and so on. For sewing, women used needles made of bones. After they started to wear jewelries made from all kinds of natural materials, bones and teeth of animals, shells and stones and so on. The main part of person's appearance was a haircut, especially the women's hair, because they believed that it had a magic power, and that's why there were a lot of laws about not to show another people women's hair.
But today we would like to pay attention to fashion and clothes in the 20th and 21st centuries. At the end of the 19th century, the style called modern became more popular, and so all the clothes was large, asymmetric, richly decorated and very beautiful. For sewing clothes, people used silk and velvet. More often were made pale pink and pale green colors. As for women, it was a period of transition from large dresses to Men wore white shirts with choker. The most popular suit consisted from tailcoat, vest, and classical trousers. Mostly, the clothes were dark, usually black, brown, or gray. For celebrations, men wore tuxedos and tailcoats. All the suits were completed by a stick, by hat, by bow tie, or by monocle, or by a napkin in the top pocket of tailcoat. Maybe someone knows what time these clothes are related to. Может быть, кто-то знает, к каким годам относятся вот эти картинки?
Родители.
60-е, да.
Раньше.
20-е годы.
40-е.
50-е.
The 50s of the 20th century were the last decade of high fashion. The main trend became style the new look by Christian Dior and Stylagi. Stylagi were a subculture characterized the imitation of Western way of life and fashion, rockabilly style. The standard of woman figure was slender waist, magnificent breast, rounded shoulders, and the royal carriage, like Marilyn Monroe and Betty Brosmer. For supporting of such forms, underclothes wore the corsets. The great attention was paid to accessories as gloves, white belts, hats, stockings, and pearl jewelry. In the mid of 20th century were fashionable bright colors, extraordinary combinations, and floral prints. In those years, women wore large dresses and skirts, short dresses, and two-piece costumes with a plated skirt. The same alternative for informal event was slim-fitted costume with a very narrow or a very wide skirt, completed by a plated underskirt. As for men, they were double or single-breasted classic suit, completed by a tie or cropped jacket with few pockets. Shirts, mostly white, striped and plaid, and classical trousers.
About what was popular in the 60s will tell us Anya.
The legendary 60s is the brightest decade in the world fashion history. This is a golden age of fashion industry, period of changing and emergence of brands. In 1960s appeared swimwear, mannequin and bikini. Women began to wear mini dresses and mini skirts. It is believed that English designer Mary Quant brought into fashion mini skirts and was given a title lady. Trousers and suits became fashionable, jeans and A-line dresses came into daily fashion. A new subculture called the mods appeared in London. The motto of the mods is elegance. Men wore grey suits, white nylon shirt with narrow collar, felt hat, Oxford shoes. Women wore men's shirts, trousers, flat shoes, and wore short haircuts.
Our parents remember what was popular in the 80s. And what about you? Кто-нибудь помнит, что было популярно вообще в 80-х? And Camila will tell us about them.
I'm sure that you remember the fashion of 80s much better than in other years. Because 80s were very bright times in terms of color too. So, how did we remember them? Let's begin. Fitness fashion, which became popular in the late 70s, found its continuation in the new design. All supermodels and actresses wanted to have perfect figure, slender and fit. Men also wanted to have a perfect body. Designers began to develop this new market. Obsession of aerobics and dance has created a range of styles for daytime wear. Striped leggings were worn with jeans and sneakers. Leggings which used only by athletes began to wear under a huge baggy sweaters or tight skirts. Jackets of different colors were extremely popular, but before it was only sport style. People could wear sport wear even to work. One of the most popular sphere of women's attention was knitted clothes. White sweaters with different pictures were extremely popular. They were worn with jeans or leggings. One of the most glamorous versions had sleeves band, neckline board, and decoration with earrings, beads, and applications. In the fashion was demonstrative style. Design label became more important than all into clothes. It wasn't hidden, not tucked into clothes, and in every way trying to show like emblem. Also, it was popular t-shirts with various labels. Women tried to wear so that to make an impression. In the fashion of business women, enter tights, jackets, which were like means in the 30s years. It had very loose shoulders, with shoulder pads, or square shape, or shortening.
Now let's discuss fashion nowadays.
Fashion has been changing all the time. It reborns as fast as creators and clients want to change. Fashion is not only clothes and design, it's also a combination of modern texture and actual looks. Fashion 2016 is quite various. It integrates a choice of the past and innovations with extra modern apparels. 20th and 23rd centuries, many trends and styles successfully intertwine in it. Lace. It pays much attention for it in fashion 2016. Designers make almost all the apparels wall lace, all these lace panels. There are all kinds of clothes from family dress, trousers, sweats. Creators use all the colors like delicate pastel or original black. First, there are many furs in modern designers collection 2016. It's as popular as lace. First is a field for imagination. Stylists use it not only for following the collection, but like decoration for sandals, bags, clutch, and summer clothes. And what to say about scarves? By the way, scarves is a special chic in the modern fashion. They could be different, but the favorites all the time are very long and wide scarves. Leather. Don't you think we forget? No, we leave it for desert. Leather still remains the preferred material for designers. The leather jacket has been a must-have for all fashionable persons for many years. You can create any look with help of leather. It could be different ranged from rocker's way to cute romantic look. As you have already guessed, year 2016 gets all the best from the past and it adds something over. Designers take patterns from 70s and 90s and insert it with interesting print and decorations. The most popular print are stripes, dots, ethno print, and cell. Clothes with straight fit are on top. Apparels, which are comfortable for you and don't hit your movements, keep in a living position. That's why there are favorite styles like boho chic, ethno style, and pajama style.
There are three pupils who present us different subcultures. How do you think what subcultures they present?
Вот.
Один глаз. Дальше. Еще у нас двое есть. Какие это субкультуры, кто-нибудь знает?
Хиппи.
Да.
Вот,
И?
хиппи и эмо.
Нет,
Не эмо, а эмо розовый.
Панки. Да.
Панк, да? Хиппи, гот.
I would like to tell you about different fashion trends. The first trend is a hippie. It appeared in the mid-20th century. Their main task was to bring love, joy, and unity. The hippie movement spread around the world through music and literature. They dressed, wore jeans, some decorative chains, and long hair. The second trend is the punks. It appeared in the mid-60 years. Punks protested against society. They dressed very brightly hair in the style of Mohawk, knitted jacket, and t-shirt with aggressive slogans. The third trend is the goths. It appeared in 70 years. Goths protested bad taste and simplicity. They had a lot of tattoos, black shoes, black hair, and black clothes. The Goths like to listen gothic rock. It's a very strange group, which are a bit like to vampires. Many teenagers can't decide who they want to be and decide to join subculture.
How do you think, what is the most popular part of our clothes? There is a hint. People wear it everywhere, but it isn't allowed to wear it to school or to work. Как вы думаете, какая самая популярная часть нашей одежды? И есть подсказка. Люди носят это практически везде, но не разрешается одевать это в школу и на работу.
Джинсы.
Да.
Still on the fashion week is very popular denim. From these clothes, designers advise us not only jeans, but also they are still on the top. Another fashion trends are overalls of denim, skirts, jackets, and dresses, which remind the style of the 90s. First, jeans came to USSR in 1957, during the World Festival of Young and Students. After that, it became a symbol of a cherished freedom. Later, it started to associate with the hippie culture. They made different stripes on it in different forms, as flowers, different size, triangles, and so on. The most common kinds of jeans are slim fit jeans, relaxed jeans, jeans with a free cut, straight jeans, jeans with a free cut, jeans in style baggy, which rappers usually wore. They were very wide, especially in the waist. Jeggings, something between leggings and jeans, and loose fit jeans or cloche, were very wide, especially in bottom. Jeans always look stylish and young. Nowadays, the most popular kind of jeans are slim fit jeans and jeans boyfriends, short or tucked underneath. Now, Katya will introduce us some types of hats.
In the First World War time, original appearance of women's hats was silver-filled. Magnificent bows, feathers, hairpins disappeared during the revolution in 1917. A hat excluded from a woman's cloakroom, and its place was taken by a bright red triangle similar. Formation of the Soviet Union, a hat was finally transportable in Soviet Union, triangle similar. But in 1928, with the arrival of a new economic policy, a hat came back into fashion again, and remained in 1928. A cloche hat appeared at that time. It could be decorated by hunting and aviation. In 30s, women wore felt hats, straw hats, and white brimmed hats. The rule of combination colors appeared at that time. In 14th, women hats beginning to diminish in size, and by the end replaced by shawls and beards. At the beginning of 14th, Soviet Union close to Europe and women wore Tyrol hats. The little round hats pulled down to ice were popular in 50th. From 60th and to the disintegration of USSR, hats came back into fashion from time to time, an exception of some straw hats.
Now Camila will tell us some words about footwear.
I'd like to tell you about shoes. Since the middle of the 19th century, the leather shoes replaced the silk shoes because people understood that leather shoes are more comfortable. In 1950, the shoes had heel, and also it was narrow and sharp. At the end of 60s, it was popular boots of different colors, especially white. Also, they had a round toe, and they were worn with skirts or leggings. Nowadays, teenagers prefer to wear sneakers because they are very comfortable, and also they prefer to wear brand shoes.
Can you name the professions of the fashion? Можете назвать профессии моды?
Модель, дизайнер,
Дизайнер.
манекенщица, фотограф.
Швея.
Nowadays, among young people, it's very prestigious such profession as mannequins and fashion designer. Creating fashion clothes is one of the most popular areas which dream to connect their lives to many young people. This business requires teamwork by representatives of many professions: artists, managers, chemists, textiles, and others. Fashion designer is one of the most popular profession in fashion industry. Famous masters: Pierre Cardin, Coco Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, and others. Fashion designer should be develop artistic taste, be able to draw, and have knowledge about history of costume. Couturier creates unique clothes which are handmade and created in the high fashion houses. Designer is the sense of style plus engineering knowledges. A stylist, he is a specialist who picks clothes of different brands, choose hairstyle and makeups, visits shows, and others. Buyer, purchasing agent, he visits shows and buys clothes which corresponding to store style. Merchandiser, promotes and sells products in the market, creates advertising strategy and marketing promotions.
Dear guests, thank you for your attention, and we hope that you have enjoyed our lesson, and if you have any questions, we are ready to answer them. Дорогие друзья, спасибо вам большое за внимание. Мы надеемся, вам понравился наш урок, и если у вас есть какие-то вопросы, мы готовы на них ответить.